Okay. Well, this is Dark Dave's shop. Dark Dave and DJ Door. I don't like just sitting around waiting. Mm-hmm.
Although it is a little bit easier.
Well, we're going to start that over here. This is Dark Dave's shop. This is Dark Dave. DJ Door there on the back. We're going on a little ride here. Lori. And don't know what happened, but she didn't show up. Could be a million reasons why. Don't ever hold that against somebody. They could be held up for, you know, a child, for work, or a broken motorcycle. And yes, I could wait an hour and see if she shows up, but I have other things I've got to do or want to do. One of which is go out here and have a little fun. This is a nice little road to ride on. I'm having to slow down a little bit because I'm catching the people in front of me way too fast. Now, the thing I was going to talk about is when you meet up with other YouTubers, what's the first thing you say? Besides, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I'm so-and-so. Some of them might recognize you. Some people are much more recognizable than others. Some not so much. Like something tells me if you ran into Blockhead somewhere and he didn't have something saying he was a Blockhead, you might not know who he was. And if you meet up with Josh from Shade Tree Surgeon, I'm pretty sure you'd recognize him. Flipna, well, with his beard gone, he's not as recognizable, but, you know, he does have a familiar type face. Jess from Her Two Wheels, I think if I ran into her, I'd probably recognize her. I probably would recognize her bike and her red helmet quicker than anything. Biker Babe Beth, she has a Midwest. Well, unlike some people, it doesn't have a lot of tan to it. Well, that's where a lot of the Scandinavians went, is the Midwest. Oh yeah. Now see, with this particular setup, they can't hear you. 2 cents. She's throwing 2 cents at me now. Won't be the first time. Depends on how much sense there is involved. This is a little more fun when you're going along without a trailer in front of you. I mean, yeah, a little hard to see around, so I backed off a little more. Sport bike. I don't want to take my hands off. I don't know if it's because he's new, if he just doesn't signal other bikes, or oh, that's a trike. I'll never signal a trike. Or he's just, I'm focused. My mind is on other things. I like to look at this area so much more at this time of year or in the fall than I do during the winter, where the trees are all just eh. Oh yeah. Well, as I said, you know, this time or the fall are the best. And we're going to be doing a turn here. That's when I'm trying to slow down. Oh yeah. They've done a good job with this building. At least as it looks like it. I don't know how watertight it is, but we have to hope it is. Construction companies would not last long if they were building totally junk buildings. Yeah. Going slow over the bump. Yeah. horse-covered bridges. This one's a horse bridge because it literally was taking horses from stables to the racetrack there. That racetrack has been down for quite a number of years, but unlike some, it still sits there, wishing for somebody to reactivate it, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Horse racing is a rich man's sport. You don't make as much money as a rider or a jockey or a horse trainer anymore unless you win the Kentucky Derby, and even then you're not really winning that much because it's usually a consortium of people who own those horses. And if you need, I can turn your seat back on. Okay. Yeah, well, I was getting way too hot, so I had to take that off. Yeah. Oh, I know. It is. The road is getting worse. They fix some and don't fix others, and they don't think many people take this, I guess. Oh, by the way, as soon as I got at the dealership, it reset. The month. Yep. Oh yeah. Had a bit of a bump. Yeah, I've taken two on trikes as long as I see them in plenty of time. To give 3 fingers for a trike, 2 fingers for a bike. And if you see a unicycle, you know how many fingers I'm giving them. And I'm gonna stop for this. Oh yeah, I was rather sure I was gonna stop for that. Just a touch. Oh yeah. That is the plan. Haven't made up my mind yet.